everybody? We're here today with Jason Matthews with Matthews Financial Insurance Solutions. Jason's going to answer the question and give us some information on the best way to pass down real estate investments and other assets to our heirs. Jason, thanks for coming, man.
Definitely, Jeff. I'm excited to be here today.
Glad to have you.
Definitely.
So go ahead, tell us, what's the best way to pass down real estate investments and other assets?
No problem. Glad you asked me this. Here's the reason being. There's tons and tons of people who are getting older, who are passing away, where their kids, grandkids, nieces, and nephews are getting tons of assets like never before. It's a huge wave. This is the biggest transfer of wealth that America has ever seen, first and foremost. So this is a highly important question, especially with the death of Aretha Franklin. People always have questions about that. So here's the best way we can do it. And this is great for people who are not super rich, but they're quite well with their investment portfolio of stocks, mutual funds, and real estate. What you're going to do is take advantage of something called step-up in basis.
Okay.
And a lot of people do not know that, but it's one of the biggest tax loopholes there is in the IRS tax code.
Okay.
It's step-up in basis. And what that does is this. Give you an example. Let's say my aunt had this house. She bought it back in the 1970s for $50,000.
Okay.
Let's see, a month ago she passed away and she died, and now that house is worth $750,000. So now, normally, I have to pay taxes if I just got that property on all the gains that she had on that. So the house worth $750, she bought for $50, so I have to pay capital gains tax on $700,000.
Right.
Capital gains on that is what, 20%, so I have to pay $140,000 at taxes if I sold her when she dies. What a step up in basis is say, hey, no, you don't have to pay taxes on that money. All the growth of it, that until the day she dies and she passes down to you, it's all tax free. All of it.
All of it.
Right? So now I get $750,000. If I sell it that day, all tax free. Now, any gains that happens after that, I have to pay taxes on that gain. So let's say I bought that property. I got the property when she died. It's $750,000. And then I decided to sell it 5 years later. It's worth $1 million. I only have to pay capital gains on that $250,000 of it. So we do 20% of that. I'm doing a little bit of math on top of my head. We're paying about $50,000 while receiving $1 million in our pocket. Not a bad day at the office.
Wow.
So that's how it works.
Okay, that is that is a serious loophole and a good way to do it. Okay, so what do they have to do to take advantage of it?
All right, no problem. Good question. This is what a lot of people need to do. One thing, we always should have to be proactive. I see a lot of people who kick the can on this part of the process. If you have real estate, what you want to do is get a day of death appraisal. What that does is you have somebody appraise their property, the value of the property at the day of death, and they can figure out what the home is worth at that point. You have records of it. The county have records of it. So now when you do finally sell it, they know what is the day of death value of it. Now, a lot of people I see kick the can of it, and the longer you wait, the less accurate of it is. Because they don't know what type of things, they home improvements you do, what everything else. So you want to do it as soon as possible when somebody passes away. Even a lot of times with grief, we don't take away advantage of it. The second thing is, if you have some stocks, mutual funds, you might have a Charles Schwab, Merrill Lynch, whatever it is. What you want to do is you want to send them the death certificate, which is going to show the day of death of it. And based off their calculations, they can figure out what's the value of the stock based off day of death, because they know this was how much it was sold for or traded on that day of value. So those are the things what you need to do.
Jason, thank you for that information. I mean, that's really helpful for those of you who have portfolios, who have real estate, and you're thinking about maybe attaining more. Give Jason a call. His information is scrolling below. Thanks for watching. Jason will be back. And before we go, Jason, you got a book coming out. Tell us about the book.
The Age of Self-Reliance. And this all goes back to my book. The Age of Self-Reliance is how do we take care of ourselves and our families like no other times before, because you know government and other entities are not going to be able to keep the promise that they have. So we put together a plan on what people should do to prepare and get ready for what we call now the Age of Self-Reliance.
All right. So what's the name of that book again?
The Age of Self-Reliance.
Hey, don't forget, get a copy of the book, The Age of Self-Reliance. Jason, thanks again for being with us.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you again next week.